Good morning. Welcome to Grace Moments from Grace Church of the Nazarene in Portage, Indiana. We're glad that you've joined us this morning. Will you let us know, please? We want to know who's connected and appreciate that very much. Well, we're in the second week of Advent. This coming Sunday, the 7th, will be Sunday 2. Last Sunday was Sunday 1, and we're working through the stories in the New Testament. This week, it will be Matthew chapter 3, verses 1 to 12, and from the Old Testament, Isaiah 11, 1 to 10. Isaiah 11, 1 to 10. And the emphasis will be on the ministry of John the Baptizer, cousin of Jesus, whose story we're reading about his conception and birth yesterday and today. We're encouraging everyone to read the Gospel of Luke, a chapter a day, beginning yesterday. And wonderful devotionals are available online. Just a veritable plethora of good devotional reading. And I have one this morning, not about those subjects, but saw this a while ago. Why do Christians care so much about Christmas? It's a good question. Why do Christians care so much about Christmas? The author says, Christians care about Christmas because it marks the beginning of the gospel, the beginning of the good news of Jesus Christ. If you think about how the gospel writers introduce their gospels, Matthew, Luke, and John, they all introduce it with a reference to the incarnation and the birth and the nativity of Christ. So that's why it's important to Christians. Perhaps I could put it like this. The cross and the resurrection would never have happened had there not been the incarnation of the Son of God. And so it's foundational to the gospel message. Without the incarnation, there would have not been redemption, resurrection, or ascension. Without the incarnation of Christ, there would have not been the redemption that he won for us on the cross, his resurrection, or his ascension. God the Son had to become one of us in order to save us. One of the early church fathers said something like, God cannot save what he does not assume. God cannot save what he does not assume. In order to save humans, he had to assume a human nature. And so that's why Christmas is foundational and the meaning behind everything in regard to the gospel. Good reminder on this Tuesday of Advent. Let me share some announcements about this week. Our Sunday School Ministries Board, or Nazarene Discipleship International Board, meets tonight at 6 in the Hearth Room of the Family Life Center for their quarterly meeting. And all members would love for you to be with us for reporting and planning, strategizing for the new year coming up very, very soon. Ruth's Circle is not meeting until after the holidays. Their leader, Pat Fitch, had successful surgery a week ago today and is recuperating at Miller's Mary Manor in Portage. And I'm sure she would appreciate prayers, cards, phone calls, even visits. And let's remember Pat in our prayers. Tomorrow at noon, we will have our online midweek prayer gathering. It's a time of intercessory prayer for the unsaved, the unchurched of our circles, and other Ministries, and that is at noon online, Facebook, YouTube, Portage Grace Church of the Nazarene. And tomorrow night, we're returning to The Chosen, Season 1, Episode 1, to refresh our memories. And then that will be followed next Wednesday night by a panel discussion from those that put together The Chosen. I think you'll find it very interesting. So those tomorrow night, next Wednesday night, 6:30 is the hour in the Hearth Room of the Family Life Center. And then 7:30 is Sanctuary Choir Rehearsal. We're getting very close to Christmas musical, which will be presented on the 14th, Sunday night, 6 o'clock. And tickets, 1,000 tickets are out, and we'd love to pack the sanctuary on that evening for sanctuary choir. And so it's important that all choir members join us tomorrow night at 7:30. And then, as I said, the second Sunday of Advent, this coming Lord's Day, the regular morning services, Sunday school, 9:45, morning worship, 11. And then at 6 o'clock Sunday night, we'll be watching The Chosen, Holy Night. It's an introduction to the birth of Jesus. It's wonderful. I've watched it, and you'll like it. And in addition to the presentation, which is a movie, we will be providing free cookies and a hot chocolate bar. This will be in the Family Life Center, and 6 o'clock is the time of that gathering. Invite a friend, someone who doesn't have evening services, or someone who seems interested in the gospel. And this season, of course, is a wonderful time for that. So that's what's coming down the pike in just a few days. So be aware of that. Our worship folder for this past Sunday has been posted online for various announcements, and take advantage of that. yourhomeforhope.org is our church's website. The sun is shining. It's beautiful. The snow is melting. Thank the Lord. Have a great Tuesday. Bye-bye.